Hello, everyone, and welcome to TLP Gardening Channel. My name is April. If you have not been introduced to me formally, welcome to my channel. Um, and I want to talk today or tonight about winter woes. What do people who garden do in the winter? Some of us are, if you're like me and live in my zone, 8A, where we're experiencing, well, very cold temperatures for us in North Carolina. And there's still, like currently right now, I have unmelted snow in my backyard. So there's that. And, and some of you are experiencing like rainy season where you just can't get out in the garden. And just looks like nothing is growing right now. So you're inside. And then there's another group of us who maybe you want to garden or you're trying to start gardening, but you're saying, well, I can't do anything because of the weather. Well, that's not true. We're going to talk a little bit about what we do during winter woes when we can't really get out in the garden or the temperature for where we live is not conducive for us to be planting anything outside yet. So, I'm going to talk about that today. Um, I am a planner. I like to plan, and us planners have to be careful because you don't want to be someone that's always making plans and never acting on it. But I like to lay out what I'm going to do, and that kind of just help me organize and think about what I want to do, and especially for first time gardeners because you need to lay the foundation first. You need to have your tools so when it's time to go, like we say, you stay ready so you don't have to get ready. You could just go because even though it's raining and snowing right now, the sun is coming and spring is coming. It's right around the corner. I can't believe it. It's already February 3rd. So yeah, so time is rolling on and it'll be time to get outside before we know it. But planning. This is some of the things I want to share what I did. So I have a little notebook and I'm going to get me another one. But I actually wrote down what I wanted to plant and the season or time period that those things that I have a desire that I like to eat, um, when they need to be planted. Because when I first started gardening in 2020, it was spring. So I was having a party. I was my stuff was germinating really quickly. I got stuff that was really easy yield. I was growing green onions from grocery store that I just kind of replanted in some soil and put in water first to grow the roots and replant it. I was growing kale, the kale just popped up just like that. And things that were giving me like a confidence boost. And so this is actually my first winter as a gardener. And I had to think about this thing because I was about to be twiddling my thumbs like, what do we do? What do we do now? And but when I started gardening, back to when I started gardening, I was just going. I was just doing stuff, hadn't researched, hadn't really, I just got the foundation. I knew I needed soil, I knew I could grow in containers, and I knew I needed seed. And that's a good start. But I knew that, but I didn't learn that it's not a great idea to maybe plant spinach in sweltering heat or plant my okra outside while in April, while it was actually still very cold. I think last April or maybe March or April. Just I planted some stuff just too early, and some of it died, and that's okay. But the point I'm making is during this time, during the winter time, research. So put a plan out. I just got a little. It's nothing fancy at all. It's just a little. Can y'all see that? It's just you ain't even got to understand what I wrote. It's just putting down a garden plan, and I have like peach tree, you know, and what's the best time to put that outside? Garlic, zucchini, kale. Those are things. These are things I like. Swiss chard, spinach, and I wrote the season that it grows best in, and kind of when I want to start trying to plant it outside and when it'll be ready. So that's one thing you can do. Plan. Think about what you like to grow. Write it out if you want to write it out. Start shopping for your seeds, especially again, new gardeners, first time. You don't have a whole bunch of seeds or seed catalog unless someone has given them to you or what have you. So that's where you have to start. So go ahead and start buying seeds. Even if you're buying for stuff that you don't want to plant until fall. Because you'll be just surprised at how fast the season is gonna go, and it'll kind of be like overlapping from the time that you're planting your stuff outside to starting new seeds, and it'll just become like a little machine. So plan. All right, write down what you think you want to grow, would like to grow, and do your research. Another thing you can do while we're in the wintertime and you may not can't get in there is shop. And now we know this is the Little People's Gardening channel now, where your budget's not too little, your space is not too little, and we can do a lot in the garden with a little. Okay, so TLP all day. All right, but you can go shopping, and just giving a shout out to a young lady who I watched today that tickled my brain to have me go to the Dollar Tree. I was listening to Ashley Honeywood. I was on her channel, and she was doing some things on her patio and just showing all the things that the Dollar Tree actually has. Now, I've shopped at the Dollar Tree for a couple of garden things, but I just still didn't realize how much you find a good Dollar Tree, a good dollar whatever store, inexpensive. I literally spent $12 today uh, in the garden section at the Dollar Tree, and I'm a happy camper. Okay, I got a little bit of, I got this. I thought this was cute. I got this little seed starting greenhouse. It's just a little thing you can put your soil in, and it has a top for it, so you can put multiple seeds in there and have them germinate, and then just kind of pluck them out with a spoon and put them in the pots when they're ready. So this was cute. $1. Labels. Stick in your pot so you know what you're growing. Stick in your cup so you can keep it straight with all your seedlings, because sometimes in the beginning everything can look the same. So the labels, got that. And that's something else I thought was. I've been looking for a rake. Now you wouldn't think finding a hand rake shouldn't be that hard, but some of the tools can get expensive for something that you can get from the Dollar Tree. Look at this. Look how cute this is, and it do the job. These stackable planters. I cannot wait to use these. I'm excited. I already know what some of the things I want to do. I want to put some more green onions in one, and then I want to do one with like herbs. So I'm just again planning in my mind, going ahead and getting what I need to get. And these little seed starting pots, I have some from last year where I bought strawberries and things like that, and I keep those things. And you can keep these as long as you can keep them. I don't know how long these last, but my other ones were reusable. Then another thing I got, and this is something sometimes you may not think about this as a new gardener, but this is what you put up underneath your pot that has drainage holes but may not have come with something you may have in the house, right? That you need to catch that water, or depending on the space that you have, you may not want to get a, what do you call it, like a gathering of water wherever you have your pots, even if it's outside. And this will just catch the water, drain it off, do whatever you need to do. But these $1, and there's 6 in this one, and I think 4 in this one. And I got 2 sets of those. So yes, I had a good little time at Dollar Tree. So that's another thing you can do. You can start shopping, and then just explore. Think about what you want to do, because this stuff is, like I said, I spent $12 on those things, and those things are going to set me up. There's multiple things. So really, this is cheaper than $1 if you got multiple in them. So yeah, during the winter, plan out, make a plan for yourself, learn yourself, figure out what you want to grow, do the research, find out when, so you don't maybe start your seeds too early or start them too late, so you'll have more success. But hey, even a failure is not a failure when it comes to gardening, because you're doing it, and that's the success. So that's all I have for you all this evening. Much more to come, but y'all go ahead and keep gardening even in the winter. And this has been the TLP Garden Channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.